Show them the front.
Smooth Crypto logo on there. There you go, guys.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna just move on to the next coin. Let's see. Somebody commented in one of the comments of the videos. They wanted to know about Fetch.ai. Can you take a look at it?
Yes, of course I can.
Yeah, Fetch.ai. I don't know what the ticker is, so you can look it up.
Oh, no ticker?
No, there is a ticker, but I don't know exactly what it is. Yeah.
So Fetch.
Yeah, Fetch.ai.
Oh yeah, right there at the top.
Yeah, let's see. Perfect. Let me see.
There, I just want to see which one I want to look at from So they're mainly from Binance. Okay, X. Let's see. We'll look at one from Binance, and we'll look at paired with the US dollar and not Bitcoin.
Got it. Yeah, that would be much better. You know when you're on the chart.
I just want to make sure. Yeah. That
this chart looks great. I love it.
Oh yeah.
And with the AM hat, I love it.
Yeah.
Fit it over here now.
True. Okay, if you want to switch it over here.
Oh, we're gonna hop on the charts again. We're just having fun out here.
True.
We're just guys. We're chill guys.
I knew that was coming. All right.
Go ahead, guys.
So we're on Fetch.ai paired with the US dollar, weekly time frame, data coming in from Binance. And just a heads up, I know nothing about this coin. So it looks like our first candle was from February 25th, 2019. So I'm impressed. It's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
For a long time. So all I'm doing is just kind of scanning, just looking, seeing what's going on. Let's see when this all-time high back here was September 6, 2021. Before dumping down, going sideways here, pumping up a little bit, going sideways, consolidating before a big movement, which this all-time high was March 25th, 2024. Wow, extremely recently. But I could tell you just from the formation, this looks good, like it's going to bounce back up to the upside.
Oh, okay.
So a few things, I'm not going to go back too far in time, right? I'm not going to do analysis on 2022 or anything like that.
Yeah, we're in a new game now.
Yeah, I could look for trend lines just from my eye, but I don't really see any. There are a lot of candle bodies, right? Not too many wicks to the downside, a couple to the upside. So wick-wise, for a trend line, nothing too crazy. But this wick, I would love to find a touch point down here. I would like to find a first touch point over here. Let me just take a look here. So really maybe here, I would like a wick from here, but these are just
too short.
They're just body. They're all body at the bottom. So let's go first touch point on this green candle here, December 11th, 2023. I'm going to try to line it up the best that I could. Here, second touch point here, August 5th, 2024. And all I'm going to do is extend it and just keep my eye on that second touch point. Let's see, right about there. Lock that into place. So for the downside, this would provide some support, right? I always like to start with that. Then let's take a look here and just see what my eyes are showing me. I'm just looking a little bit. Looks like we're somewhat in that wedge-ish formation like Ethereum was. Let me go to Ethereum and show you what I'm talking about. Oh, wait, I don't have this one saved, so never mind. Here, whoops, let me delete that. Before I draw that, I guess let's start with the tried and true Fibonacci. Let's go from swing high, which is here on March 25th, 2024. Swing high to swing low here, this red candle. All I'm doing is watching it right about there. Looks good. I'll lock it into place. So you can see here we have our swing high on our Fibonacci. We have a trend line drawn in. That gives me just about everything that we need. And then we have yet to retest here, which is May 27th, 2024. Whoops. Here I want my rectangle tool. So I'm going to draw a box from the top of the wick to the bottom of the wick, where again I'm looking here on May 27, 2024. I'm just off to the side so I could see. So we have our red box drawn off of the wick here on May 27, 2024. And so that's somewhere where I fully expect to have a retest. So as we continue to the upside, right, because we're just barely skated on that Fibonacci, the 236 level, and we're currently below it. When we do break above the Fibonacci and we really start moving, our first spot will be here, which is $2.24, bottom of the box. Top of the box, $2.34. So from current price to the bottom of the red box, let's take a look at that. That's 69%, so just about 70% to the upside. To the top of the box is 77%. So we have some space to run, definitely. But again, just like everything else, if we plug in that 70% movement, why would we stop here? Why would we get rejected here if Bitcoin is still moving or it's stalled out, but it's still at or above 100,000? It has a
big wick right there that needs to be filled, right?
So I'm primarily looking at this one here.
Yeah, got it.
So once we get past this, then yes, I fully expect once we get above this red box, which would be filling this small wick here, you don't even need to worry about these wicks because the body is just going to be huge.
Okay.
And then once we get above here, we could potentially get rejected on the 78.6 before climbing to the upside, right? Because it's rare for things just to go straight to the upside. We'll come up, get rejected down slightly, come up and get above it, sit down on the Fibonacci, get rejected here before blowing past it. So it's not going to be straight up. We're going to put in some, little work grinding to the upside. Again, more buyers than sellers is all that we need.
Yeah.
But so it looks good. I know nothing about Fetch.ai. I would look into their team. I would look into what they're trying to build, what they want to accomplish. What have they accomplished? Do they have a real world use case? Are they trying to solve a real world problem? Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? My typical rules for investing and the way that I find and pick coins.
So this guy told me, so this is what he said on the comment. I've been stuck with Fetch.ai up and down since June. Really want to know how far that's off. Been tracking it on the Elliott Wave. Do you know what the Elliott Wave is?
The Elliott Wave? Yeah. So it's a 5-wave movement to the upside, 3 to 5 wave to the downside.
So what does that mean exactly?
I don't work with the Elliott Wave. So basically, they would have I would consider it a trend line, but it's not. They would have a movement, right? Look at the screen real quick, John. This would be the start of the movement. This is the first part of the movement. So 0, 1, 2, right?
Oh, I see.
And then 3, we haven't plugged in 3. So it's either moves in 3 waves or 5 waves.
Okay.
And it's just so open to interpretation. You could make it any way that you want realistically and have it make sense, right? It would be, you could have 5 waves, but the third portion of the wave can't be more than 50% of the movement of wave 1, and if it is, then it just voids it. So it's something I've learned about through my years of doing technical analysis, but I'm not a fan.
Yes. Gotcha. Elliott Wave theory, a theory that in technical analysis that attributes wave-like price patterns identified at various scales to trader psychologically investor sentiment. Oh, okay. So this is kind of to look at sentiment, I guess?
No, it's definitely technical analysis.
Got it. Okay, got it. But this is not your cup of tea, right?
No, not at all. Like I said, I love to keep it basic, and this is all the analysis that I would do.
Got it.
Is the Fibonacci, the red box of resistance / support, but here it's the wick that needs to be filled, and then just a trend line or 2, and you really don't need anything more than that. Just keep it basic and keep it simple, and that's how I've been the most profitable. But one thing too, since we talked about trend line, I could add a trend line from the top up here, which again is from the top of the Fibonacci point for their swing high, March 25th, 2024. Second touch point would be at the top of this wick, which is May 20th, 2024, and then just extend it out. with touch points, though. No, look, see, because it doesn't make sense to me if I drew it like that, right? Then we already broke above it without really retesting it. So then I could look for a potential here. Let me just fully adjust it. So we could go from this level here. Oh, that's not very good. This level, then we could have our second touch point here, which would be September 23rd, 2024. Extend that out. That looks a little bit better, but again, that's showing that we haven't really broke above it. We could use this red wick here. Let's take a look at that if we move it up here. So that could give you some potential to where it's going to bounce to, you know what I mean?
Got it.
First touch point here on May 20th, 2024. Second touch point here, November 11th, 2024, which was just, last week's candle. So you could say, you could play with it, but there's nothing too concrete. There's nothing solid with this trend line, so I would just not lock it. I would delete it.
Okay.
But really, if you've been holding since June or July,
check the prices in June.
Yeah, I was looking at that earlier. So
it was coming down.
Yeah, mid-June is right here. So you're close to break even depending on what time of the month you bought in June. So I would say if you're break even and it's a project you don't believe in, it's a project you haven't put much fundamental analysis or technical analysis into, I would say maybe move that money somewhere else to a coin that you're more mentally invested in, something a little bit more trustworthy. Maybe I can't even say something that's been around much longer, because this what did I say, 2019?
Yeah, 2019.
This has been around
gone even further back, right?
Right, yeah, depending on the exchange. Yeah. So again, if it's something that you don't fully believe in, and if you're close at or around break even, definitely put your money somewhere else that you believe in. But if not, it has potential. You saw it to the red boxes about mid 70%, and then once we get above that, I mean, the sky's the limit.
I think you could go 3x on your money, especially if you invested in June, right? It's about $1.30, and I'll get up to $3.04. So yeah, right.
Yeah, especially with the market, like I told you, the trend is your friend. So we're in a bull market. So expect bullish action.
Yeah.
Again, Bitcoin's moving. It's still currently moving. It hasn't slowed down much. Then after Bitcoin fully puts its move in, Ethereum needs to really start moving, put its high in, break its all-time high, create new all-time highs, and then coins like AMP, coins like Fetch.ai, coins like, I would like to say Dogecoin and XRP, but those have already moved.
Yeah.
Litecoin needs to put its move in, which it's already, Litecoin's been doing very well, to be honest with you. Yeah, things like NCT, Compound, all the other alts in the market, then they'll move. They're third to move. Bitcoin's number one, Ethereum's number two. Everything else takes a backseat to that. And until we get those full movements in, then, just expect a slow grind, hopefully to the upside. And then when it pops, its previous all-time high was about $3.50. A coin like this that I know nothing about, I don't know their circulating supply.
Yeah.
I don't know any of that. I would say a previous coin of $3.50 in a true bull market going into price discovery, mid $5 range sounds about right, and that lines up with the Fibonacci. But if you want to keep going crazy from the measured movements from the Fibonacci, $5.20, $8.01, and anywhere in between. But again, we have to get out of this range first, right? And again, like I said, if it's a coin you don't believe in, scrap it, especially if you're break even. But I mean, no risk without reward.
Yeah. It's up to you, but if you want to take the risk, go ahead. If you don't, you don't do it. It's kind of up to you. Like we're here for the long run, so we are holding coins we've been holding a lot of coins. I've been holding a lot of coins for 3 years.
True.
You know, and more, probably a little more now.
True.
But yeah, you know, if you don't believe in this, if this is like stressing you out, this coin's stressing you out, I say not financial advice, but you know, I will get out and put it into something else because I had to cut some losses. So yeah, when I first started investing heavily into crypto, you know, guess not losers, but it was going to be a really long time before they moved, and I thought, okay, this is not such a big amount of money that is going to break me. So what I did, I put that money into other coins.
True.
And just kind of moved on and never looked back. And I think I already made profit from I think NCT Polyswarm. I took out a little bit of profit that actually covered those little losses that I had. So yeah, if you think if this is stressing you out, dude, move on.
Right.
Move on. It's not gonna help you out. It's not gonna help your mental health. That's what's most important right now, especially with the bull market. You can't be sad and looking at a bull market right now.
True.